Welcome, Dauphin County Class of 2020. The administration, faculty, and staff are honored to pay tribute to the strength and endurance you have shown during this unexpected coronavirus pandemic that swept through the world, invaded our nation, pushed its way into our state, and eventually shut down our school. We know you feel robbed. This was your year. But instead, you have had to experience the cancellation of prom, leadership conferences, and most importantly, the day you worked towards for 13 years, graduation. The big moment in time when you get to walk across the stage to receive your diploma as you graduate high school and say farewell to your teachers and classmates. This graduation may not be the same as a traditional one, but we at Dauphin County Tech want you to have your moment to walk across the stage, receive your diploma, and throw your cap in the air. It is a moment of closure in your life and a sign to move on to the next stage, whether it is off to college, work, or entering military service. As we celebrate the class of 2020, it is natural for you to look back and think about your experience during high school, the lifelong friends you made, and the things you learned. And let's not forget learning and the teachers and counselors that pushed you to do your best as they prepared you to graduate and move on as the world awaits, the world of work and your career success. So as I thought about you and a message I could provide to send you on to the next phase of your life, I came across this verse written by Shitra Rowe called The Journey of Life. It is a reminder that life is a long-distance journey with ups and downs, twists and turns, with sad and happy moments. It begins with a single step. Never become a coward in life. Face the problems with strong determination. With a smile on your lips, be brave and courageous in life. Set your aim with a strong mindset. Hope for the best and reach your goal. Be an optimist and see the positive side of life. Keep smiling. Do not miss any opportunity. Grab all those you get and move on the path of success. As life is a long race that begins with a single step. That step is across the stage and out of the schoolhouse doors as you venture on with your life's journey. Class of 2020, you made it. Congratulations.
This year's valedictorian is completing his 4 years at Dauphin County Technical School in the Veterinary Assistant Program and will matriculate at Cornell University in Ithaca, New York to pursue a degree in animal science with the ultimate goal of becoming a doctor of veterinary medicine. He has also accepted an Army ROTC scholarship and will thus serve his country. Graduating with a GPA of 101.0661, the 2020 DCTS valedictorian is Tyler James Harker.
Good evening. My name is Tyler Harker, and I'm honored to serve as the valedictorian for our commencement ceremonies. To say that the class of 2020 has been unique when compared to all other graduating classes at DCTS is quite the understatement. Our class was born at the same time as the 9/11 tragedy, a time in our country's history wrapped with fear, uncertainty, and crisis. Now our graduating class is ending our high school careers in yet another time that will surely become a topic of future history books. Decades from now, students will be reading about how schools and businesses were closed, how our country was in quarantine, and how public gatherings, even live graduations, were canceled to help combat the spread of a virus known as COVID-19. While future generations might think that the class of 2020 was cursed to have two of the most significant events in our lives, namely our births and our high school graduations, to be marked with such epic tragedies, I would respectfully disagree. From our perspective, we are not cursed by these events, but have been shaped into a generation that has and will continue to lead the world into new, uncharted territory. Being born out of 9/11, we are a class that came into the world at a time of unity. We were the kids that grew up in a time that was marked with great patriotism, And as a nation, we rose above the fear and chaos brought about an unprecedented terrorist attack on our soil. We were raised in a world that had a newfound respect for those who bravely serve our country as military personnel, firefighters, police, and other first responders. The class of 2020 grew up in a culture that had a profound appreciation for the things that matter most, because our society saw the devastating effects of losing such things. And yet, in the time of our graduation, we are being shaped yet again by the world around us. But I believe that it is for the better. Because of the current social distancing, the class of 2020 has a deepened regard for connection. Due to quarantine and finishing the school year online, we learned the true value of our education, as well as the importance of patience and being gracious for those around us. Instead of a time marked with parties celebrating us, we have learned humility and sacrifice, and we have exchanged these grand commemorations for simple get-togethers with those who are most important to us, all in the name of ensuring that others stay safe and healthy. As much as our sacrifices might hurt, I know that our generation will rise from this better, stronger, and more resilient because of our appreciation for the things that matter most. Speaking of appreciation, we would be remiss if we didn't express our gratitude for those who have helped to shape us into the amazing class that we are today. First, and most importantly, we must thank our families, regardless of whether those families are stitched together by blood, love, or loyalty. Because our graduation looks very different from any other graduation in history, we are not sitting together as a class, but instead are sitting at home with some of our closest family members and the people who likely mean the most to us, giving us the unique opportunity to thank them right now in the middle of our graduation ceremony. Personally, I would like to thank my family, and yes, even my sister Abigail, who I'm proud to say will be in the DCTS class of 2024, for always inspiring me to do my best, celebrating my successes, and comforting me in my failures and disappointments. In addition to our families and guardians, we need to thank the faculty, staff, and administration at Dauphin County Technical School for moving heaven and earth to ensure that the class of 2020 was honored and celebrated in such unique and innovative ways. More importantly, though, we need to thank them for making DCTS such a special and enjoyable place to be for the last 4 years. It's because of each and every one of them that a bunch of freshmen from all over the county turned into a family and our school became a home. I also want to give a special thanks to Mr. Flamini for making my day a little brighter and being a supportive and amazing mentor, and to Principal Wright, a longtime family friend who became my principal and has shown me in both roles what a man of compassion and integrity looks like. Perhaps the people who are most special to us are those in our program of study. These are the teachers and classmates who were literally in the trenches with us for the last 4 years and who helped us find, pursue our passions and our directions. To Ms. Houts and Mrs. Powers in veterinary assisting, thank you for always being there for me and my shop family, and for supporting us throughout our 4 years together. You have been more than teachers. On any given day, you have been our mentors, our colleagues, our shoulders to cry on, our biggest cheerleaders, and most importantly, our friends. We will never forget you and will forever be indebted to you. Finally, as the class of 2020, we must thank those who have been on this crazy ride with us for the last 4 years, our friends. As freshmen, most of us barely knew each other. We came from different school districts, and we all had very different backgrounds. We quickly learned that none of that mattered. We were all in this together, and it didn't matter what our home school was. At DCTS, we are all Wolverines, and I have made lifelong friendships that only came about because of being here. To each of my friends, thank you for sticking with me through the good and the bad, and giving me many memories to be able to look back on. I will carry each of you with me no matter where I go in the future. We have learned so much here at DCTS. Some of it was expected, some of it was not. We expected to learn a trade and skill that we can use for the rest of our lives, whether that is swinging a hammer, cutting the perfect hairstyle, programming a computer, wiring a light, or restraining an animal. We knew that we were going to learn how to write well and how to do math, and about history or even a foreign language. However, there are so many things that I never expected to learn here at DCTS. One of the areas that unexpectedly taught me the most was the theater program. Mr. Wonderson Williams and my theater family has shown me that, in many ways, life is really like a musical. Much like in life, musicals can display a multitude of emotions through the many different types of songs throughout the show. One day may seem like a sad, emotional ballad, and the next day could be a thumping, upbeat dance tune, while the days in between might seem like the filler numbers that are there to help advance the plot of the story. The musical Our Lives is also filled with a cast of very different characters: heroes, allies, lovers, villains, and supporting players, each of them there to help advance our stories. Also, much like in our lives, musicals have intermissions. Intermissions in life are the times that there seems to be nothing to do, something that I'm sure we all have experienced recently in quarantine. These are the moments that people often take for granted, but an intermission is more than a time to just go to the snack bar and wait for the show to start again. It is an intentional time where you can reflect on what happened and learn from the events of the past. It's also a time to be anxious, excited, or even scared about what the future holds. In the intermissions of our lives, we need to appreciate the moments of stillness as a time to look back and look forward into the unknown. Life is also like a musical in the sense that there is more than one pinnacle moment in our stories. Life in musicals have their ups and downs, moments of high tension and moments of relaxation. And just like in musicals, life has multiple beginnings and endings. Musicals are divided into different acts and scenes, but each one comes together to tell a single story. We experience many endings and beginnings marked by important events that happen in our lives. And while each one is marked by the end of one phase, it also marks the distinct beginning of something new. So as we stand here tonight, about to graduate as a very unique class of 2020, we are ready to move into the next act of the musical that is our life. Some of these separate scenes in that musical will be moments of comedy, periods of tragedy, and some truly tear-jerking moments. Sometimes we will take a lead in the scene, while other times we'll have to play a supporting role. But one thing we know for certain, the end of each song or scene only means that there is more to come. We stand here tonight ready to belt out the big number that is our graduation, and we will bring down the curtain on our high school careers. But this is not the end. We all have hopes, futures, and dreams waiting for us, and it is our job to go after them and to keep achieving and growing. So in closing, I ask you to remember that today is just one of the many finales, and we still have so much to do before our final curtain falls. Thank you, Dauphin County's Technical School, Class of 2020.
This year's salutatorian is completing her 4 years at Dauphin County Technical School in the cosmetology program and will matriculate at Wheaton College in Wheaton, Illinois, to pursue a degree in business and economics. Her ultimate goal is operating her own salon. Graduating with a GPA of 99.4977, the 2020 DCTS salutatorian is Haley Ann McConnell.
Welcome, family, friends, and fellow graduates of 2020. Thank you for joining me from your houses and homes, couches and chairs, and on your TVs, laptops, or even your phones. This is not how any of us predicted our senior year going, least of all our graduation. And this final piece of high school will forever be bittersweet amidst our memories. But do not let these last 3 months of high school define your experience, because we have had a great run. Remember all of the good times that we have spent together in these classrooms and these hallways. We have celebrated and cheered together, whether it was when we watched our admin get pied in the face during field day, or when we finally threw that pitch that dropped our teachers into the cold, dirty water of the dunk tank. Maybe it was when we actually won Spirit Week for the first and only time and got a free dress-down day in return. We have also endured together, like during those long, monotonous assemblies, or even the Halloween socials where they didn't give us any food. We have laughed together, like when Mr. Pie wore his stilettos to school for the first time, or while watching our teachers pry tape, glue, and even rubber bands off of the coins that we brought to school for stall day. We have also tested together with those long keystones, PSATs, as well as the ASVABs. but we didn't get to do Nocti this year, thank goodness. We have been yelled at together, whether it was about leaving food and milk cartons in the toilet for whatever reason we did that for, or for wandering the hallways during STAR. Although Mrs. Mosteller is the only principal who has been able to yell at us for all 4 years. We have definitely been able to see our fair share of changes amidst the admin, so thank you, Mrs. Mosteller, for sticking it through with us. While this year we mourn the abrupt end to our senior year, remember these moments, the good ones. This school has given us so much, beginning with the fresh start that we got freshman year when we first came to DC Tech. We had the opportunity to reinvent ourselves into whoever we wanted to be. Now again, we face that challenge to choose what we want to do, where we want to go, and who we want to be. Some of us will go to work full-time in the workforce, some of us will go on to the military, and some of us will go on to college to either further our education in our current field or to start a completely different one. The future is ours, as soon as we're able to go outside, that is. The past 3 months have definitely given us a lot of time to think and to dream about our future as well as our past. It has been difficult to think about the present time and circumstances without tearing up a bit, though. I'm sure all of us have cried at least once, but the worst part was not losing our senior year. It was that there was nothing we could do about it. We know there is no one that we can blame for what has happened, and that everyone is trying their best to get through this. This kind of pandemic has not hit us since 1918 with the Spanish flu, which has killed 7 times as many people as the coronavirus in the US alone. Since 1918, we have faced and conquered diphtheria, polio, measles, and the whooping cough. So fear not, this too will end eventually. In conclusion, I want to send out a few thank yous. The first one is to our parents for being there to help us throughout the years and for supporting the decisions that we have made for ourselves. We should next thank our friends, because without them, high school would have most certainly been boring. They have helped make these years memorable. And lastly, let us thank our teachers, because they are the ones that have provided us the education that has guided us here. They have taught us so much, and not all of it has come out of a textbook either. Our teachers have put their hearts and their souls into what they teach us, and they have taught us so much about life as well as the curriculum. So thank you, friends, teachers, parents, and everyone and anyone else that has helped us along the way, including, but not limited to, our guidance counselors and our administration, because without any of you, we would not be here, standing or sitting at home right now. So congratulations to the class of 2020, because we have made it through quite possibly the hardest year any senior has had to face, and we have come out of it as the champions of Senior Skip Day as well, too. So congratulations and good luck.
Mr. Oleg, I affirm to you and to the Dauphin County Technical School Joint Operating Committee that the graduates before you have successfully completed all requirements of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and Dauphin County Technical School, and having earned their diplomas, I present them to you for your acceptance and certification.
On behalf of the Dauphin County Technical School Joint Operating Committee, I accept and certify these graduates and officially award them their high school diplomas.
Graduating from Automotive Technology, Austin Barnes. Christian Caraballo. Noah Contreras. Charles Davenport. Max Duker. Trevor Patrick. Jaden Griffith. Tristan Trayer. Peter White. Javier Perez McGovern.
From Building Construction Technology, Jalise DeJus Caratini. Brandon Harold. Abdul Isafu. Ranye Lee. Dahlia Matos. Christiana Moore. Matt Peterson. By the way, do you want Matt? Corvin Young. Muhammad Youssef.
Graduating from Carpentry, Haley Black. Jorge Calderon Sierra. Taryn Roller. Adam Perez. Tanner Schmidt. Malachi Shuey. Angel Steckman. Elijah Vega. Leonard Wesley. Nicholas Zimmerman. Eric Wolf.
From Collision and Refinishing Technology, Mark Keller. Todd Lowry. Right. Dakota Maurer. Leah Moore.
Graduating from Commercial Art, Govinda Dahal. Spencer Gervasio. Nathan Hetrick. Aaron Moyer. Eliana Olivencia. Sarah Starlipper. Deja Washington. Clinton Broomhead.
From Cosmetology, Riley Alleman. Dallas Brown. Hannah Brown. Brianna Scott Hammonds. Right, Gabrielle Haight. Daniel Lee. Adriana Lise Lopez.
Emily Mosser. The class of 2020 Salutatorian, Haley McConnell. Rebecca Moore. All right, Serena Tankersley.
From Criminal Justice, Zachary Allman. Sylvia Daly. Sierra Barner. Kenneth Perky. Nasa Lewis. David Hun. Jaden Cook. Jalen Williams. Matthew Schwenk. Elise Homrighausen. Olivia Jewett.
From Culinary Arts, Alondra Acevedo Sanchez. Destiny Rosalie Kennedy. Summer Leonard. Ashanti Marshall. Jillian Moose. Bybek Rye. Congratulations. Amani Osibogan Bell. Daniel Rudy. Emma Skrinek. Angelina Smith. Tiana Smith. Caitlin Spahn. Zanae Stewart. Mackenzie Weinhold. Angelise Wright. Quincy Young.
From dental assistant, Autumn Klinger. Raven Roland. Elizabeth Shireman. Ashley Trostel. Riley Wolf. Cassidy Howarth. Kenlia Cartledge.
From Diesel Technology, David Carter. Cody Gilbride. Trent Groninger. Colby Homrighausen. Devin Martin.
Congratulations, Devin.
Logan Martin. Tadon Reynolds. Drew Roberts.
I saw it tied on back in the back of my mind yet. Ready?
Timothy Schmidt.
Yeah, I know.
From Drafting and Design Technology, Gabriel Davies. Perfect. Evan Edmonds. Lynette Henderson. Kayla Keckler. Eric Mertz.
Hey, congratulations, Gwen.
Ilyas Nazrov.
See, now these people are smart.
Thomas Rankin. Terrence Rupp. Aaron Taylor. Tyler Trout. John Webster Reyes.
From Electrical Construction and Maintenance, Samuel Andrades.
It's in the back of my mind. I need to not be thinking.
Nature Dennis. Connor Eagle. Brianna Hill. Dorian Huntley. Draven Keller. Arjan Mishra.
From Electronics, Dale Larkin. Matthew Lorfink. Zamir Russell. Dominic Savalio. Jeffrey Zaks. Amir Dawson.
Graphic Arts, Mia Buchanan. Christina Colazzo. Lillian Gambone. Zaya Garung. Shamar Harris. Jaden Jackson. Rachel Olvera. Spencer Stein. Daniel Valle. Brandon Young.
From Health Careers, Jelada Brabham.
Congratulations, Jelada.
Lisette Burgos. Aaron Cagno. Genesis Calderon Sierra. Randolph Eccles. Teresa Kinkley. Jaquan Harris Speller. Ashley Mansberger. Isaac Pearson.
To your left.
Angela Pierce. Tyra Pollard. Maria Ramirez. Cornijah Ramsey McMullen. Donasia Rowland. Leanna Seguil. Carol Spots. Marshawn Williams. Jolise Fuentes Ortega.
From heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, Janisha Badgett. Matthew Borowski. Gage Campbell. Anthony Cobb. Tymeek Everett Evans. Spencer Klinger.
Hey, didn't they get your brother in the vehicle?
Jordan Mongold. Madison Pacheco. Aaron Smith.
From horticulture, Allison Christmer. Alasia Jenkins.
Information Systems Technology, Ian Benner. David Chavez. Simon Chen.
Hey, congratulations on the hack stuff, too.
Danny Dam. Melana Dickens. AJ Giblin. Prajal Kanal. Jonathan Landis. Gavin Wheeler. Sharif Wright. Anthony Oreo.
From marketing, Quashay Brown. Aisha Castro Laureano. Alicia Cruz. Lilu Ortiz. Destiny Miller. Millie Salazar Miranda. Sierra Wallace.
From Masonry, Michaela Boyer. Joelle Correa Guibas. Annabelle Cruz Cordero. Austin Dixon. Emily Kelly. Joshua Mowers. Taya Riley. Jaden Smith. Johnny Taylor. Juan Davila. Nyasia Ramos.
From Medical Assistant, Alondra Acevedo Agron. Nabina Bandari. Mariana Chacon. Heyman Demal. Srija Dungal. Bariana Moore. Nicole Garcia Munoz. Carla Santana Santiago. Jordan Stewart. Deani Blackstone. McKaylee Woods.
Precision Machining Technology, Jordan Althouse. Garrett Carl. Nicholas Flory. Aiden Grumbling. Dylan Laval. Hunter Martin. David Preston. Daniel Wood.
From Small Engine Equipment Technology, Baronio Arvello. Miles Brickhouse. Desmond Brown. Dakota Care. Gavin Ford.
From Veterinary Assistant, Mason Frederick. Alicia Garcia. All right, the class of 2020 valedictorian, Tyler Harker. Keyshawn Jackson. Alessandra Mesa. Abigail O'Shell. Shermaine Rivera. Malia Sisti. Taylor Snyder. What happened? Oh, I see. Drew Zerby. That is it.
From Web Development and Design, Brent Beaver. Mariah Fuller. Tyler Jennings. Ethan Ledger. Barry Ogden. Dewas Parajuli. Christian Pardo Santana. Brian Ramos.
Congratulations, Brian.
Devontae Simmons. Tufan Suba. Kenneth Wynn. From welding, Kyle Goodyear.